Okay, this was not planned, but oh well. Okay, so week six, term three reflection. So what happened throughout week six? On Monday we had Leanne, and I really just took my retainer out. How brilliant! So on Monday we had Leanne, and throughout that lesson, we excuse me, we did a full run through with Leanne. Leanne assessed us on Midsummer Night's Dream, which was her first time actually seeing how me and my class progressed because she isn't really directing it. It's Ryan that's directing it. So she saw it. She absolutely loved it. She gave us a few hints, a bit of advice as well, and well, that's all we got to at the moment. I remember we got to the scene of the mechanicals. No, wait, the second scene of the mechanicals. That was where we got to, and that was about it with Leanne. It was a very short lesson. And then afterwards, we had Tuesday. Tuesday with Ryan Dogs. We started at, I believe we started at 9. Yeah, we started at 9. We had 9 o'clock coursework session, which in that coursework session I did my action plans throughout the term, and I had to do 4 action plans each for each week. Sorry, not for the term. Yes, for the term, but 4 action plans, for each week, and I had to emphasize in what to study. So, for example, Stanislavski, Katie Mitchell, or Midsummer Night's Dream, character analysis on Demetrius, which I still actually have to do. I still need to do that, and yeah, I had to really emphasize it. So thanks to Rebecca for telling me that. And other things, focused a bit more into fairy work. I remember because I actually did much better with my fairy work, as I was definitely more in depth. I was also further embracing it. I was less tensed up about being a fairy and just more going with the flow of being a fairy. So that worked out very well for me. And yeah, that was pretty much it for Tuesday. Yeah, because we started at 12. We finished at 12. Wednesday was our day off, and Thursday was when we started at 9. We had Liz's lesson, and in Liz's lesson, we did a series of exercises where we were split into duos, and we've done a series of exercises where we say our longest paragraph that we have in Midsummer's, and we say it to each other. And every time there's punctuation, there we take a turn. So, for example, when there's a comma, we switch location. When it's a full stop, we stand where we are and then we change location. When there's a semicolon, we do an action with our arms. When there's an exclamation mark, we do a jump. And when there is a dash, we just do a dash really to the left or right hand side, change direction. That was it. And it really helped me have a kinesthetic way of learning because I am a kinesthetic learner, so this did really help out. However, I still need to understand the paragraph more. I actually know about 60% of my longest paragraph, but I'm not quite done with it yet, so need to work on that. I really, really need to work on that. But yeah. And then afterwards we had Ryan, and in that lesson on Friday, Leanne and Haley actually came in to watch our scene, our our show. And this was Leanne's first time seeing the other half of Midsummer Night's Dream because she only saw the first third of it, not the other half. And this is when I do some quite questionable things like humping the air, doing a bit of a magic mic on the ground, blah blah blah. Ryan told me to go all out on it and to just really just embrace it. And I was like, I was thinking, you know what? I want this distinction, so let's just do it. And yeah, I did some very questionable things, humping the air, oh my god, humping the floor, all of that jazz. And it was cringe, but it worked, and I got the reaction I wanted. So things to improve on. Sorry, things that went well. I really am connecting with Demetrius. I love this character. I hated Demetrius in the beginning because I just thought he was a dick. But I love Demetrius. I'm actually really loving this character. F. Lysander. Love you, really. And then after Demetrius, I did real on my fairy work, and I know most of my lines. It's just the odd few left at the end, which I am still learning. And then afterwards, we done. We done with that, really, in terms of what went well. And then even better if I need to learn all my lines. That's an even better if. And I am still learning. So yeah, that's everything that happened throughout week 6. Things are going well for Midsummers. The class is doing really well. A lot of people are looking in, and whenever there's someone missing, someone just immediately goes through and just acts. So that is honestly brilliant, and I love that. But yeah, peace and love. Midsummer's is going really well. Proud of the class. Really proud of the class. However, we need to work on our punctuality and attendance.